Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson here from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, American Jewish University. You know, the Bible has a really sophisticated and brilliant idea about how history works. The stories in the Bible distinguish between what's going on the surface, what people think is really happening, and the long-term implications, what's actually bubbling up underneath, and what are the long-term consequences. So in this week's Torah portion, in Parshat Va-Yeshev, we read about Joseph and the tragic story about how he is captured by his brothers after having taunted them with his own arrogance, dreaming of his own grandeur and their degradation, and of course they're offended by it. Jacob favoring this son and giving him that multicolored tunic, and then he flaunts it in front of his brothers. He creates such jealousy and such envy. And then the brothers are off in Shechem, and the way this story is unleashed is that Jacob says to his son Joseph, "Go check on your brothers in Shechem." So it looks like, on the surface, this arrogant boy is going to check on his hard-working brothers. It looks on the surface like he gets mugged by those brothers and then sold into slavery, which looks like a terrible tragedy. But of course, what happens out of this, we all know, is that he sets up Israel for this great redemption that will happen under Moses hundreds of years later. It couldn't have happened without what Joseph did. And during the famine of Joseph's lifetime, he's able to engineer a way so that people don't starve, so that they're fed, such that his brothers, not knowing it's him, wander down to Egypt for this grand reconciliation in which the power of repentance becomes paramount. And the key moment in the story, and I want us to take a look at it because it's brilliant and wonderful, there's this bizarre paragraph. He's wandering, Joseph, and he encounters this strange man, a man who's never identified. He just sees a guy, and he says to the guy, I want to find my brothers. But let's look at the language very carefully, right? The man says to him, Ha'ish lomar ma tevakesh. The unidentified man says, what is it you're seeking? What is it you're looking for? Vayomer et achi anochi mevakesh. It is my brothers that I am seeking. Isn't that the pivot of this whole story? That without knowing the meaning of the words he's saying, he has so lost his brothers, he's so alienated his family, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking for wholeness. He's looking for reconciliation. He's looking for love. And aren't we all really looking for our brothers and sisters? Isn't the human capacity to finally see each other for who we are, worthy, beautiful, the image of the divine right around us, isn't that the glory of being human? So can we, like Joseph, use this moment not to simply stay on the surface of what things look like, but to really dig into what they really mean? That life is a drama of soul making, that we have an opportunity to connect to each other, to really find our brothers and sisters. And here's the miracle. In finding our brothers and sisters, we find ourselves where we've always been, in each other's hearts. Shalom.